I got coffee, more Tylenol. We're rocking. We're gonna do this thing. Hello, darlings. Um, yeah. So, hi, Tina. Just fussy cutting. Happy Tuesday, Joy. How are you? Um, Let me go back. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sarita. Hi, Judy. Joy, Tina, Jamie, Alice, Maria. Hello, hello. So we're gonna do a thing because I'm in a mood. Alice, I was on the phone with Alice and she told me not to do this, but I'm gonna do it. So I don't listen well. We're gonna play with the gel plate. I know. I know. I know. It's a thing. So I will say we were talking about my gel prints and I said to her I need to make envelopes for my giveaways. And I need to go get plants and I need to do this and I need to do that. Hi, Sarita. Jamie. Hello, everybody. Create with Yolanda. Welcome. Lenifer. Welcome. Anyways, she's like, but you have a whole stack. Hi, Greta. Hey, Greta, I need to talk to you either tonight or tomorrow. So if you get a minute, give me a jingle, please. Anyhow, and she's like, well, you have a whole stack of gel prints. Why don't you just make envelopes out of those? And I'm like, oh, it's nothing bad, babe. I just need to know if you want to be showcased for jewelry or art. That's all. You could probably answer it right here. I'm like, I could do that. So I made an envelope out of one of my gel prints, and I'm like, ma'am, that is boring. I want to do gel prints. So I went and grabbed all the stuff. That's what I thought. That's what I told them. So thanks. That's all I needed, really. Tammy's Passions. Hello and Happy New Year to you, dear. How are you? Deborah, one crafty gal. For the artisan alley train that Tamika and Lilac Bloom took over. Thank you. So anyhow, does anybody need to learn how to make an envelope for your plain white envelopes? That's the question. Because if you do, I will show you how to do it, but I want to do some gel prints. I went out in the yard and grabbed a whole handful of maple. It's a whole thing. I can't get rid of the stupid fever. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so I went and grabbed some plants. So we're gonna play with that. Because it is just in time for salad. Yuck. What are you yucking? Haze. That actually would make a really good salad, but that's a very medicinal. Oh, the fever's yuck. Yes. Rob gave me his cooties. He got sick. We went live. I will absolutely, I have all the time in the world. I've just wanted to play and play with y'all. So that's why we're here. I'm playing with everybody because Rob's sick. He gave me his cooties. Luckily, I just have the fever. And I feel kind of congested and groggy in my throat. Tammy. What? Well, I'm so confused. Somebody explain. Ames. What? Sassy pants. Okay. Did I miss something? some printables. And Tammy, you're being good. Don't be good. I have explicit on. Y'all are good. So I have some kits coming up. We are making some changes to Tuesdays. I have not seen you for a minute. I was planning to make it effective today, but I just don't feel up to it. So we're going to continue to do play in the art room today. God willing, by next Tuesday, I will have kits available, and we're going to be doing some sales and different things on Tuesdays. And all of the art room play is focused going to be on Friday nights. So, Katie, I'm glad you love them. We'll figure it out. I've got a couple of things to bin for you too, so we can just do it all at once. We'll deal with it later when my brain's functioning. Envelopes. I need envelopes. I have been making ephemera packs for my giveaways, and the ephemera packs look like, where's my giveaways? Yeah, I'll give you an example. So they look something like this. They have a napkin, some type of ribbon and trim, some tags, some cards. But I wanted something that these will fit into that is handmade. Yes. Now, this was Alice's idea. She's like, Tam, you've got all of this huge stack of gel prints. Why don't you just make envelopes? So while we were on the phone, I made one, and I'm like, because that's boring. And she's like, yeah, but not everybody knows how to do them. So I'm going to show you how to make the envelope. It is like so stupid easy. When I show you, you're going to be like, oh, well, duh. Hi, Patty. How are you, love? We're playing in the art room today. She was right. I have a huge stack of gel prints because I demo it all the time. Welcome, everybody. I need to mod some, you guys. It's so cool, Jamie. I know but okay, I'll show you what I mean. We're going to mod some people. You don't have to stay. There's no obligations. I just need some people to keep my crap together. That's pretty much what's going to happen here. Alice, you're modded, aren't you? For God's sake, no. Tamra. Okay. So I got a couple of people modded. If anybody else wants to keep my crap together, I will mod you as well. That's the closest people I could find in chat. Okay, making an envelope. This is literally, and here's the thing with this, so you understand, we're going to focus, Tam. Using just a piece of copy paper to send something is probably not a good idea because they're going to tear easily. Creative Chris, how are you, dear? I haven't seen you in a long time. However, when you put acrylic paint on it, it gives it a little bit more. I grabbed a piece that doesn't have paint. It gives it a little bit more so it's not going to get torn in the mail, right? So my easiest way to tell you to do this, so there's no measuring involved. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. We're going to use all this in a minute. But for right now, hey guys, look at my pretty mat that Maple got me. Isn't it cool? It's got birds and butterflies. I mean, how can you go wrong with birds and butterflies? Take a regular envelope. You can measure if you really want to. In my thought process, most people do not like mathing. So what I do, that's in my way too. Can you see this? Okay. Long ways. Got it. So what I do is I just take a regular envelope And I'm going to line this up with the regular envelope so I know the size. You can do it however you want. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to even this up. Doing a fold. Okay. Is that a little bigger then? Yes, whatever. I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in, but I'm not going to fold it all the way in. I want a gap right here, right? So I'm going to do like an 1/8 of an inch gap. I'm going to fold it along that line and just do this. Do the same thing on the other side. You can use your bone folder to crease these if you want to. Wait, what? I just saw paramedics. Hold on. What? So my sister-in-law had what we thought was a stroke on Saturday, but it's a rare type migraine. She came home late last night. I've had my niece and nephew who are 10 and 13. I'm exhausted, so I've been sleeping on and off all day. Holy crap, Katie. Thunder migraines? That's crazy because I literally had a conversation with somebody about those this morning. Hi, Sharon. My chat just went gone. All gone. Okay. So we have literally 3 folds. Okay. And then you fold it over. And you just created an envelope. That's nuts. So because I folded this a little tight, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this down like 1/4 of an inch just because I don't want to refold it. You don't have to do this. It's okay. This is just a me thing. Bam. Nope, I don't like that. Okay. Joy, have had migraines that landed me in the ER, but never heard of a thunder headache. Sounds vicious. So sorry. Yeah, it's craziness. So there we have it, just like this. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your glue and keep in mind, depending upon what you're putting in here, okay, if you need the full space, be conscious of getting your glue close to the sides. And I'm just going to take my art glitter glue. I'm going to go around this triangle because I want that glued down. I'm going to go around this triangle because I want that glued down. I love this that it dries so fast. And then you're going to go down this side as close to the edge as possible. Go down the other side as close to the edge as possible. Close it up. And voila, you just made an envelope to ship your giveaways in, or whatever, or Happy Mail, or whatever fits your fancy. That's really how easy it is. Like I said, sitting down and doing, you guys don't want to watch me do 20 of these because that would be really boring. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Tam, did you get your Grinch car pic I took for you when in New Orleans? I did. It was so cool. Thank you. That's going to land in a journal. So legit here, it's that simple to make envelopes. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger. All it is folding. It has to go in my thing. I know, right? So these are not boring. Okay, well, see, that's my problem, guys, is I've been doing this stuff for so long. I don't know what's going to bore you guys and what isn't. I'm not going to lie, because can I show how to fold a small lunch bag? You just enjoy. Thank you, Tammy. Um, do you mean an actual lunch bag or make a piece of paper into a lunch bag? That's a good question. Um, I'm literally grabbing ones over here that I only have. And here's the thing, a lot of them, I don't have the backs done. And rather than mess with figuring out how I want to color the backs, you guys, okay, you understand what I'm dealing with here. This. Thank you, Ames. This is just like one. Totally lost how to create the paper. I'm gonna do that, Joy. Give me a minute. To make pockets for a junk journal. Ooh, Winter Beloved. Do you have a link for that? Have I ever made your papers into digitals? Yes. Tammy, when I have favorite ones, I scan them in and I reuse them. I have a whole file on my computer that I use for collaging, for projects, all the things. And I mean, when you do the gel printing, you can't get in trouble for copyright because you have the original and you made it. You know what I mean? Um, that's just a thing. So yes, I do that quite a bit. I also scan in my master boards and use them over and over. These are all double-sided. But we're going to make some of these and I'm going to show you how to make these. I do the gel printing for Debbie's Atelier Artisan Braid Train. If somebody wants to pop that in the chat, Daydreamer Debbie has been running a demo train. Oh, like a little lay flat shopping bag, those little paper bags you get for buying greeting cards. Yeah, that's pretty easy. She's been running it for a couple of years now, and I'm going to be doing, I think it's next week. I'll be doing this demo next week. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, there's that. But I believe it's on my YouTube channel. Hey, Rob, can you check and see if we're live on YouTube, please? Do you want to grab my tablet and watch chat in there or bring it to me? Please? Sorry. Love you. I know you're sick. Okay. Yes, we're on YouTube. Awesome. I love when YouTube. I love when people on YouTube get to see our craziness. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Click on the link right up here and come join us on Whatnot. So we got sick and he got me sick. He shared his germs with me. It was so rude. But I've just got a fever and feel kind of congested. Yeah, he gave me his cooties. But he's like really, really sick. So, Wonder Beloved, thank you. What am I doing with this? Just give it to me and I'll turn on the chat so you don't have to. Because somebody was telling me that they were sending me messages in chat last week and I never answered. And it's like, because when you're live, there's a live chat going on. But once you end it and it uploads to my channel, that whole chat's gone. I never see it.
I was responding to them on the last one I was in for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the best. If you want to respond, you can. Yeah, I should probably turn this. Oh, okay. Well, you're the best. Okay. Oh, yep. Cheryl's over there. Okay. Anyway, so we got this, right? What vitamins do I take when I'm sick? Well, Gabby, I'm an herbalist, first of all, clinical herbalist. So I have a sick tea that I make, which is echinacea, eucalyptus, chamomile. There's like 4 or 5 different ones in there, and I'm missing 2, but my brain's fried. We also double up on our C, we double up on our zinc, and I have elderberry syrup, and I also have fire cider that I make. So there's that. All the things. Oh, and I also have Horehound cough syrup that I make, which we're getting ready to use the Horehound to make that. Okay, paper bag, think. It's been a minute, so give me, how big you want a pocket? You want a pocket for a journal. Yeah. Is the tea good or does it taste like medicine? You would like the tea. Marshmallow root, that's why, and licorice root. I don't like the tea because it's too sweet. But that's me, because I'm not a huge fan of sweets. Okay, so if we're going to do a pocket in a journal, that's like the paper bag pockets. So I would do, for a journal, I would do half a page. So let's just say you fold up maybe like a 1 inch, and then you're going to fold it in. I need thirds, give or take. This would be easier if I actually cut this in half, wouldn't it? So I'm only using, no one you talk to knows Horehound. Again, clinical herbalist, it's growing in my yard. I have some sitting right beside me that we're getting ready to make gel prints with. I have it growing in my garden and I love gel printing. Okay, so we're going to take a half a sheet of paper. I used to make them. We're going to find like the thirds. I hope whoever requested this is paying attention. Yeah, I grow a lot of my own herbs. I grow my own echinacea. I have elderberry trees. I grow my own chamomile, all the things. Rafi, okay. So I've taken a half a sheet of paper. I folded up about 1 inch, and I'm loosely making it into thirds. But what I'm going to do, if you want it gusseted, what you want to do is fold in just a smidge on each side. It's been a lot of years since I've taught this. This is total on the fly. And then this, you're going to go back the other direction. See if I'm remembering this correctly. So it's kind of like a fan fold. So what you're doing is creating space. Does that make sense? Come on. Fold, fold, please. So what I've done is I've created, like, I could have grabbed a different color. Do you see how I created those? Like an accordion. Yes. So then I want to fold this back again. A straight, obviously you want to do straighter. So on each side you're creating an M. Does that make sense? And these are not perfectly straight, but you get the idea. Get in there. So on each side I've created an M. Rafi, does this make sense? So what I'm going to do, yeah, just think the side of a lunch bag. So you have an M on each side. Only this piece is too big and it's driving me cray. There we go. So see, we have it like this. And then you're just going to glue everything down. It's really not complicated if you, it's really depends upon what measurements you need. I just loosely did it with a piece of paper. But the ultimate thing is each side needs to have this M fold. So whatever size you want your pocket, beyond that, you need to make an M on each side, and then you fold your edges over and you've created that lunch sack thing. Does that make it easier for you to understand? Yeah. Okay. I hope I made sense. Envelopes. I mean, these are gel prints. These are amazing. Not to cry about the healthcare system, my husband picked up a prescription for me and had to pay $262 for an inhaler. I'm so over it. You know, you're welcome. If you have further questions, you're welcome to DM me, Rafi. Yeah, inhalers are stupid. Stupid expensive. It's the pharmaceutical companies. They're man, get me started on the pharmaceuticals. Yes, it is also, thank you, Judy. My YouTube channel is Tam's Creative Journey, all one word. And you can go over there and join and see a lot of the live demos I do. So again, I'm folding this up probably a third. I'm going to give it a nice sharp crease. I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to do this one with like 1/4 of an inch and see if I like the way it lays better. Right? Judy's keeping us in check here because my brain's like, Yeah, go onto my YouTube channel. It's like I said, it's my name up here, Tam's Creative Journey. It's all one word. There's no spaces. They try to space it out and some other person comes up, but I have a lot of my art room demos. I multicast over there. So again, I'm just going to fold this down. Take my glue. Right, Gabby? Man. Is that with all the coupons and discounts and everything? I know the last time Rob got sick, his insurance did not cover the inhaler that the doctor wrote for him, and it was like $600 and some. So I had to call the doctor back and say, no, ma'am, I need you to write a prescription for this. And so I don't think she was very happy about his wife telling her what to write prescriptions for, but I explained to her that either you write it for this because I know it's affordable, or he's going to have to go without it because we're not paying $600 for an inhaler that this man's going to use for 2 days because I know him. It's just not feasible. So glue the sides. And the one that we did get him is, still sitting in there. Glue in the sides. Up we go. And we have another envelope. You can make these in smaller form, like with half pages, and use them as envelopes and pockets in your journals. I just need envelopes for giveaways because I've ran out. And it sounds like something Rob would do. I don't care if it's $5,000. It's for my wife. It's a whole thing. Oh, Judy, no. Rafi, you're very welcome. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Sunset trees. Oh, that was from when we made stencils. Maybe I don't want to use those. Oh, cool. Okay, again, we're going to cut this in half and we're going to do a smaller one. So if you think about how an envelope goes together, okay, they are typically the same folds over and over again. And what changes is the dimensions of what you cut or tear in my situation right now. So this one, I'm going to take a half a sheet and we're going to fold it up. We're going to take this and fold it over. Same on the other side. Now, if you want the and then I'm going to fold this down right at these. We have a long positive 5 prayer list week, hoping 2026 only gets better from here. Right? Well, I think everybody was just so stressed. So if you want this pointed, you can actually point it and then do it, right? For me, I don't, I'm not worried about it because I like the squared ones. But see how I took the same concept and just made a smaller envelope, right? Um, it just, so this, I guess we could just call this what to do with your 500 gel prints that you have that you maybe not necessarily want to use in your artwork, but they're pretty colors. It's paint, and why waste a piece of paper, right? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for showing up. We're just kind of playing in the art room. If I had a punch with me, I would punch this out, but I don't. So here we are, and I just put glue on there, so that's a bad idea. I'll show you that with the next one. Gabby, can you call the pharmacy and have them discount it? Brenda B. Creative Studio. Hello and welcome. So these are just, I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, let's do another one. Hello, hello. How are you? So we're going to bring these in to a point. Come on, ma'am. In the middle to a point. It's not a point. It's going to be difficult. Okay, there we go. So we're going to pull this into a point. Exactly. It's worth trying. That's what I was thinking. Okay, there we go. I should have just stuck with what I was doing. So pull these in. We're going to take this into a point. Fold these. Bam. Then we're going to fold this up. Still, you want to make sure you leave this gap so you have a place to put your stuff in. Fold it up. And then we're going to come down here. I'm going to fold this down evenly, preferably. And that's how you make the one with the point. Right? Brenda, thank you. Happy Tuesday. We're just playing with some gel prints and making envelopes because I need to make envelopes. So that's just a very basic, simple way to use up your 5 bazillion gel prints that you have done with me over the last few months. Moving along. Now we're going to play with the good stuff. Hi, Wendy. How are you, babe? All right, let's do this thing, my friends. Is there anybody that has never played with a gel plate? Brenda. Good. We're gonna corrupt you, my friend. You're a new. You weren't you the one that said that you got all the stuff, you just never played with it? Not you. Somebody. Hi, Athena. How are you, love? S Disney, welcome. We're gonna play with the gel plate. Evening. So everybody in my house is sick. And when I can't do things, I play in the art room. So I figured it's my Tuesday art day, so I would bring you along, and here we are. I'm going to go through the basics real quick. This happens to be a Jelly Arts gel plate. The other ones that I have are gel press. They come in different sizes. The one that I'm using today is a 9 by 12, just because I do not like to have the white edges on my papers, because I very typically use them for pages in my journals. All of that said, you can get by with an 8 by 10, or you can use a couple of 5 by 7s and do either side of your page, however you want to do it. It's perfectly acceptable. They have gotten pretty pricey over the years, and it's a whole situation. I will say Michaels now carries the Speedball printing plate. It is not the same thing. Please do not make the mistake of going to Michaels and purchasing the printing plate that they now carry. They discontinued the Jelly Arts because it is not compatible with acrylic inks. It is used with printing inks, and the acrylic will ruin it. And their printing inks are $10 for, I think it was a 2-ounce tube. Not acceptable. Shame on Michaels for doing that. How many people have purchased that thinking that they can do gel prints and ended up ruining it and wasting $50? They come with two, mine's very dirty. They come with two acrylic, a back and a front. I leave my back on. Some people prefer to take the back off and just use the plates. However, you do want to keep the sheets and the container to store it in. Okay. Mine is older than dirt and beat up, but I still keep it stored in here, and I still keep the covers on it. Another thing to look at, some people prefer to clean theirs as they go. Me, not so much, because I'm doing mainly grungy stuff. You got a 12 by 12 gel plate for Christmas. You are excited to use it. Man, I'm jelly. I had one in my Amazon cart and they sold out. I'm like, crap. I'll get one of these days. I'm like, do I really need that extra 3 inches? Because I demo all the time and this fits perfectly in the screen. So I'm going to have this extra 3 inches over here, but it is good for making 12 by 12 pages. So we'll see what happens. I'm still on the fence about it. I like my 9 by 12 a lot. Okay, we're going to get my coffee out of the way. So there's a couple of things about this that I'm going to say. The majority of people that have a problem with their gel plate is because they use too much paint. I can't. Are you going to demo it so we can just come watch and be jealous? I'm just putting a couple of dabs of black acrylic paint. You can use your craft paints, which actually I think I'm going to grab my craft paints today to show you that you can use it. These are just easier for me to demo with because, yeah, especially if you're a scrapbooker, yeah. My camera, like legit, is probably, I don't know, 2 feet up ish. So when you roll, you don't push really hard. You roll and lift, and you just spread your paint out. Please don't give up if the first time you do this, it doesn't turn out like mine, or like some that you've seen on YouTube channels, or all the things, the people that have been doing it, you have to look at, I've been doing this for 20 years, probably. Mine's going to look different than what yours is going to look like the first time out. I guarantee you the first time I did a gel print, it looked stupid. Almost positive it did. Look, we have plants. This is just a piece of carpet backing from the Dollar Tree. That's all it is. I'm going to lay down a piece of paper and I'm just going to push. And what I'm doing here is I'm picking up some of the paint through the grid. I'm also pressing this into my plate to create a pattern. I'm holding it with this hand so it doesn't slide. And I'm just pushing down. Some people prefer to use a brayer for this. I am very much a hands-on art kind of person, and if I don't have paint all over my hands, then I feel like I didn't even art. So see how that's picking up some of the paint through that grid? But it also left a grid type pattern here. Okay. When you're layering your colors, think about, oh, that's so sticky. Think about what you put down first is going to be on top of your project. I don't know how to verbalize that makes it make sense. And I just pulled the excess paint off of my little grid over here. The other thing that you want to do is, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, that's noisy and obnoxious. The other thing that you want to do is have a, thought I had a stack of plain printer paper. Oh yeah, it's upside down. That is not plain printer paper. What in the world did I just grab? Huh. Anyway, normally I use plain printer paper. The cheaper, the better. Okay. So between the layers, what I want to do, if I want to maintain this pattern, I want to let this dry a little bit. I'm in Arizona and you're going to see my stuff dry really quickly. But that's because I'm in Arizona. It's dry and my stuff dries quickly. I am, because I haven't used this plate for a month, I'm actually just going to kind of throw some paint down and see if I can pull this up and kind of get my plate going because it has dry paint on it. If you are one of these people that clean your plate between each pull, you're not going to have to do this because you're going to be starting out with a fresh plate. I will say though, the more paint you layer on it, the better it pulls and the better results that you're going to get if you're looking for that grungy type look that I so love. If you want pristine prints from your stencils, this may not be the way to do it for you. It's kind of a mess, but it's kind of a pretty mess. I like the grunge. So we're going to set it up here to dry. Another thing I suggest having is something to roll the excess paint off of your brayer. This is not good paper that I got going on over here. It's really slick. I don't know what's going on. So I normally have a book that I roll it off on. I just rolled off everything off of my brayer onto this piece of paper on the side. So we're going to get going here. I'm going to leave this just for the sake of texture. I'm going to put a couple of dots of white paint. I am going to get it rolled out, and the mistake that most people make with this is they just use too much paint. It doesn't really take a ton of paint. If I have missed you coming in, I apologize. Welcome, everyone. Here we go. Let's play. Well, we were just talking about horehound, so we're going to grab some horehound. It's one of my favorite plants to play with on the gel plate. Basically, what I'm going to do is lay my leaves down as best I can, spread them out. It's not going to be perfect. Kind of an idea there. Here's my little leaf that decided to come play with us earlier. We'll stick it there. Did I grab enough? Wavy. Yeah, I did. I'm going to grab the other one. I want to try to lay it down a little. So I have those. Plants are going to do what plants are going to do, right? Come on, cooperate with me. Normally when I do this, I have laid them flat in books. So it's a little bit easier to mess with. I did not do that today because I literally decided to do this just a few minutes ago. So I'm going to lay this. No, I'm not. Stop. I'm going to grab some tissue so you can see what I'm doing. Oh my God, I just caught that with the tissue. Tamara. Breathe, damn. We'll do this again. It was on the piece of paper. This is just going to be all jacked up. Okay. We got this. I'm all professional over here, guys. Not like I haven't done this 1,000 times, right? Luckily, you all know I know how to do it, even though I'm failing miserably at it right now. It's a whole thing. You're good. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to grab this and not knock everything over because I didn't cut pages. This is medical exam paper, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, which is why I grabbed this. So when I push down, what I want to do, and you can use deli paper, I want to push down and make sure that I really get a lot of the paint picked up. Get the outline of the leaves. I want that print really good, especially the stems in between there. And I'm just massaging it down. I remember that, Ames. But you learned something from it, Ames. I'm pushing, getting all of the edges, all of... Come on. It's not cooperating. This would cooperate a lot better if I cut this off. Yes, I'm over here working with the whole roll beside me because, you know, I just grabbed it. Okay, let's get the roll off the desk. That's much easier. So you can see in the camera how I've gotten down in between all of these and pressed them down. Heidi's Hodgepodge, welcome. So when you pull this up, see I even pulled some of the black from before. I can kind of see I missed a bunch in there, but you're getting the idea of what this is about. So I'm just going to pull this slowly back, getting as much of this as I can. And so I kind of, you can't see the white, but I have the outline of the plant here, but that's not the magical part of this. The magical part of this is it leaves all the impressions of the leaves. So when I pull all of this up, you can see the veining in the leaves. And all of that veining is going to end up in your prints. Does that make sense? I'm hanging plants over my camera stand here. You will swirl and watch. Heidi, what are you swirling? Hi, Baker Chick. How are you, love? Babes, did you get your package? Quilling. Why does Amy laugh at you? Quilling is so relaxing. I bet you make awesome paper beads too, don't you? I know, right? I love making paper beads. It's so relaxing. I did a whole class on it a couple of years ago on here. You got the green bubble. Oh, good. You're going to be excited. I found you a black one yesterday. I should probably ask these things before I grab them. I knew what you meant. I found a black one. I don't know if you even like that. I just know that you bought a couple of different colors. It might have been close to a yard. I don't know. I just grabbed it. It was the bubble fabric and it was black, and I grabbed it. This is how I roll. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm sitting here waiting for this to dry because I don't want to lose this veining pattern. I'm picking the leaves off because we don't want that. Actually, it's right beside me. I'll tell you how much it is, ma'am. It is. While we're waiting for that to dry, in a momento, my friends. It is 37 inches by like 28. I want to get it in the paint. It's like 37 by 28. Now I'll grab it when we go thrifting, babe. I don't want you to pay shipping just for that. It's craziness. I'll pop it in the bin for Saturday live thrifting, unless you need it before. Are we dry? I think we're dry enough. Okay. Rob, are you in the office? Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to go grab some different paper.
Sorry, the delay is too long. What's the matter?
The paper that I have is not working. I don't know what it is, and I don't know where the other stuff is. I don't know why I can only find legal, but I'll roll with it. I can only find legal size copy paper. Why? You're leaving Thursday, cruising till the 17th. We get crappy phone service on ships. Want to just hold? Yeah, I'll just hold on to it, babe. There's no sense in you paying shipping for that right now. So are you gonna? So the one I shipped you Monday, you won't get before you leave. Stacy Lee Jewelry. Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing, guys. I got the sign up done for the Artisan Creative Train, for the demo train. It is going to be January 9th. And I have, okay, I guess we'll play with legal size paper today. So stupid. I have the sign up and everything done. February 9th. Is that what I said? Yeah. I said that wrong, didn't I? Comes the 10th, Naval War. Okay. February 9th, we're doing the Artisan Creative Train. On February 19th, I am hosting Custom Wood Burning and Lilac Bloom are doing for the handmade community, they're doing Artisan Alley, January 19th. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, keep me together. January 19th is Artisan Alley. It is hosted by Custom Wood Burning and Lilac Bloom. Each month, they choose somebody from a different handmade category, and we will be doing a 5-hour spotlight, 15-minute spotlight for creators from that category. On January 19th is handmade jewelry. So go in and bookmark. I'm hosting it for January. I am doing the opening and the closing show, and in between those two shows are going to be handmade creators that make jewelry, and they'll be doing little 15-minute spotlights so you can meet jewelry makers of whatnot. The Artisan Creative Train is the second Monday in February, and I am going to be sending signups out tonight and tomorrow, and that is demoing whatever creative process you have going on. Mary Mother. I've lost my brayer in all of this disaster, you guys. Oh, good Lord. Here we go. All right. This is really dry because I've babbled long enough. So we're going to put down some Payne's Gray. And you see how translucent that is? That is a testament to how very little paint you need to do this. Okay. I am going to line that up. and I'm just smoothing this down. I want to make sure, and as you're smoothing this, you're going to feel it get cool, and that is when the moisture from the paint starts soaking into your paper. I want to make sure that I get everything. Some people will leave this until it dries completely and then pull it. My brain is not all about that level of patience. So what I do is I come over here and I go, okay, cool, it's pulling it up. And give it a little bit more of a rub. Get as much of this off of here as I can. I'm holding with one hand, I'm steadying it, and I'm slowly peeling back. I got the majority of it, my friends. And that is what happens when you print botanicals. Bada bing. I really like that a lot. So we pulled up the rest of this grunge that was there when we started putting it down, which is good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make a pile of dry ones back here. And we're going to rinse and repeat because I want to get some black and white going, and I want to get these botanicals under control because they're not smashed flat. So again, I'm starting with a semi-thin layer of acrylic paint. I'm rolling. See how that just slid across there? I got too much paint. If your brayer's sliding, you got too much paint. That's that. I'm rolling, picking up, doing my thing here, getting it all smooth. And I'm going to take these plants again, but this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of these leaves, which I normally do before we start this little project. And I mean, let's face it, I picked these plants 2 minutes before I hit live. Maybe 5 because I had to stop at the coffee pot and get coffee, but you get the meaning. And I'm just going to lay them out very loosely. It's much better. Much better than the last time. See if I can slide this one out here. And I very intentionally put a little extra paint on here because I knew I wanted to play with this a little bit more. And spread these leaves out because I want to show you a really good print. Just playing. There we go. Do you work with 5x7 size plate as often with botanicals and stencils, or do you stick mainly? Sharon, I stick mainly to this size just because I like having that the full sheet that I can make into books and journals. I honestly cannot tell you the last time I had my 5x7 plate out. Again, we're pushing down, getting it set. And then remember I was talking, you want to get where you can literally see these stems, the joints of the stems, because that makes an amazing clear print when you're doing this. You know where I use my 5x7 is in my art journal, which tells me I need to get off my butt and do some art journaling with my gel plate, because I truly don't remember the last time I used it. Sweet. Hello, my friend. How are you? Okay. We got most of this. This is the medical exam paper. I like using it, so especially when I'm demoing, so people can see. Now I'm taking a clean edge of this, and see how I'm picking up some of that excess? It's going to give me a cleaner print by picking up some of that excess that I didn't get because there was so much paint. I do have rolls of the medical exam tape if someone would be interested in purchasing one. I buy it by the case. I would just need to get a good weight on it for shipping. I'm sure it's going to be a flat rate box to get to you because they're pretty heavy rolls. So I'm going to loosely pull this. Now see how we got a much better print that time? Yep, much better. I'm laying these paint side up so they don't stick to everything. And now we're going to let that dry. How is everyone doing? Thank you, Anne. Yes, those are all of the trainings that I'm involved in. And a lot of the handmade community is involved as well. If you are interested in participating in the February 9th, I said it right that time, Artisan Creative Train, which is a demo train, please reach out to me and let me know. That was a lot of typing. Voice to text doesn't like all of that either. Okay, for fun, the Vintage Daisy Shop, how are you? We're going to, there's some black down. Doing some black and white, because why not, right? I have a black and white journal going that I'm working on, and these are probably going to end up in there. That was a lot of paint, man. That was a whole lot of paint, man. I'm going to grab a piece of paper and get some of this off of our brayer because, man, we have way too much paint going on there. There, now I can see the outline of what I'm doing. That's going to work. Okay. Grab a piece of paper, lay it down, and we're going to pull this. Again, I'm just smoothing it all down, burnishing it with my hand. You can use a brayer. A lot of people prefer a brayer. I prefer getting my hands in it. I'm okay with paint all over me. Viv, yes. February 9th is artisan, crap, I didn't mean to stick my elbow on that. Artisan Creative Train I've been running almost 2 years now. And it is a monthly demo train, and they are 30-minute demos. We will also have one of the things that I always love to suggest is that people have their handmade items in their bin. So while people are watching or listening to their demo, they can shop from their bin. Oh, yes. I really, really like that one. So that is the black and white. So this is something. I put down the white paint first with the plants. And then the second color I put down was the black. So this is a black and white image to make you understand whatever you put down first is the prominent color when you pull. So if I were putting 4 different colors, say I did white and then pink and then red and then the black, the white would be most prominent, then traces of the pink, then traces of the red, and then the black would just be your background. So you kind of have to think about backwards laying colors because what you put first is what's going to be the most prominent. Christy Critter, welcome. Mackenzie, how are you? We are hanging out playing with the gel plate. Thanks for joining us. So same deal with this one, but we still had paint from the previous pull. Like we still had black here. So this black is going to be prominent on the next one that I pull if I don't clean my plate. This right here is why a lot of people prefer to clean their plate before they go to the next one because they don't like this grunginess. I prefer the grunginess, so I just leave it be. It's all personal preference. There's no right or wrong. It is whichever you prefer. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay. We're going to grab some different plants. What color do we want to do? Is that really necessary? My paint just like splattered all over me. Rude. Stuck to my finger. Okay. Again, get up there. My brayer. I'm going to smooth out this color. I'm rolling and lifting, just getting it smoothed out. It's kind of mixing with that black, so it's going to give it a really pretty grunge. Right? Oh, man. Set that aside. And we are going to grab some leafy greens. I'm going to go this way. So if you live in Arizona, you know these are called pineapple plant. Some people call it a desert chamomile. There's all different words for it. It has a very pungent smell, like holy moly pungent smell. And we're going to add it to this. Again, I'm just going to push down, and I'm going to do my best to get in between all of those plants. There's a lot of them there. You can use deli paper, you can use tissue paper, you can use regular copy paper for this. I prefer to use this when I'm demoing so you can actually see what I'm doing. Christy, thank you. Have you ever played with a gel plate? Oh, the crafty queen, can I corrupt you? Do you have one? You've never used it, which makes me think that you have one and you've never used it. Oh, you must play. You must. It's so much fun. Nope, never saw it in action. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I like playing with plants, but I'm a earthy kind of person. That's a lot of paint. So what I just did was put down a layer of paint. I laid some plants down. They're very messy. I'm not so sure that I'm liking this, but we'll see. I'm going to try to get some of this excess paint up. So what happens when I pull these plants, we have like the outline of them. Yep, those are not my favorite. I'm not going to lie. But it gives you a great outline. Telling you, I like my horehound the best, my friends. It always does so well for me. But you want to let the first layer dry. So when you look at this, it is, but it's actually, what the heck is the name of it? Why is it losing my brain? Because I'm tired and have a fever. The other name for it is pineapple plant. Pineapple chamomile. I like my asparagus ferns, but I didn't have time to go out to the garden and get asparagus ferns because that's my best. That's my favorite one to use, honestly. Absolutely. Why am I getting notifications that my show's about to start? Weird. What not be acting crazy today, friends? Telling me my show's about to start. Crazy whatnot. My show's already going. Okay. Sometimes every day, right? Like, ma'am, no, leave me alone. All right. I think we're kind of dry. I'm going to go back to the Payne's Gray. I'm going to put a smidge down. I'm spreading it out a little bit more just because that's not completely dry, but I've lost patience. And I want to get this pulled. So you want to spread this out, get the plant matter off fairly evenly. And remember that Naples yellow is going to be our most prominent color because that's the one that we put down first. So when you lay this down to pull it, you want to burnish it. Can you guys hear Rob? Raisins. Poor baby. You have so many different plants but wouldn't know what to do with them. Christy, I would be happy to help you out with that. Make sure when you're doing this final pull, it gets cool to the touch. And you can feel a little bit of dampness, a little bit of wrinkling. I'm trying to get these edges down here. I'm holding this and I'm just pulling. Tons of feathers, yes. What kind of feathers do you have, Christy? Man, absolutely. So there is our ferny looking one. I don't know how to feel about it, but I kind of like it. Chicken and turkey. The turkey feathers are big enough I could use them. Absolutely. Okay. Are we all good? Oh, peacock feathers would be awesome. Do like a feather across here. That would be awesome. Okay, so if you don't want to play with plants, I totally defeated the purpose of what I was trying to do today. I need some different colors. Rolling to the paint bucket. We need a green. And maybe. Let's see what we have over here. See what we can do with this, some different colors. Start with the green. And throw down some green. I want to get it spread as evenly as possible, just going back and forth. And this is where you guys, just play with this. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to get the same thing twice. It's just playing with the plants. Poor Rob. I'm sorry, guys. Those down. I'm going to put this on this black. Let's see what happens. He needs some tea. I made him tea right before I went live. Gave him a shot of fire cider, and it's herbal, by the way. It's not alcohol. And I thought he was going to go lay down, but Ames, real feathers are awesome on here. I to use things from nature whenever I can. But that's just me. Okay, we'll see what we got here this time. Nice. Okay, so I pulled that up on that black that I had done, and it's a black and green. It's okay. But what's going to happen, I get these out of my way. See how it leaves the veining from the horehound? You just slowly pull them up. Yeah, that one was a good one. And you want to let that dry completely and then pull it up, right? So I was talking about rolling off the excess on my brayer. I have an old book that I use to just brayer off any extra paint that I have. And what this does is it creates book pages for me that I can go to this book and pull these for my tags, for posters. I can go to this book and get almost every color of book page to go with my projects. So I just go in here, I get the excess paint off. So I'm not wasting paint, A. B, I have awesome book pages, and I rescued a book from the library that was going to go in the trash. So it's all double, triple duty here, my friends. Save a book, have awesome book pages, and make pretty art. You kind of sort of can't go wrong with that, right? All in one fell swoop. This came off the last time I pulled. A lot of people save these and create art with them. It's a whole situation. So another thing that I like to do when I am playing with this is I like to do a variegated so when I do a Heidi, thank you. When I do a variegated, what I will do is, that was not intentional. I put a little bit of the first color up at the top. And this is the top of my page because this is going to be folded over in my journal. Then I'm going to go with this blue violet, and we're going to create some sky. I probably got way too much paint there. And then we've got the earth down here. So we're going to grab some burnt umber, and we're going to put a couple of dabs of burnt umber down at the bottom. And see how I'm putting small Everybody's asking me if my internet went out. It went black over here. Did we lose our internet? Can you guys hear me? I'm back. I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Seems to be running now.
I guess we're okay. I got a wrinkle in here, but that's okay. We're going to see what happens when I pull this. All of this. I don't know, friends. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so we should be okay. That wrinkle caused a little bit of an issue, but we're going to be okay. So basically, where the wrinkle is, but you can see how the plants are back in behind. So this is what happens when you get too much paint. So I had too much blue paint for my green to come through. So it's all still on here. So we'll see how much of it we can pull off. Or it just wants to live there. Interesting. So I'm going to take this, and this is where things get kind of chaos, where you've got 20 colors going every which direction. Of that yellow and that blue and that brown. So I can see myself doing more pages with that in the very near future. Wild and Free I'm frozen. Well, I'm going to keep playing, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep doing my thing. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. My phone's fully charged. I have full internet signal. I do not have any explanation for the reasoning behind what is going on here. I apologize. Playing with new plants here. I've never jelly printed with these before. This is actually an old Indian remedy. It's called sorrel. Most of we have a lot of Indian heritage here in Arizona. I'm going to hate myself for putting this on there, but here we are. There's dirt on the roots. It's going to be a whole situation. We're going to grab another piece of this tissue. Because we can. And I'm going to lay this down. So I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. So I'm pressing down, making sure I get in all the grooves, get as much of this picked up as possible, even down to the little roots. See how I just got in that little space there? So like in between here, if you see, I get that perfect outline of that leaf. I want to make sure I get in all the nooks and crannies because the more of them you get into, the more defined you get here. Hello, Scrap Happy. Good evening. Wisperk, hello. And if I missed you coming in, I apologize. I am have my face in the paint right now. So I'm going to pull this up. I want to see what happens. If, like right here, I have a ton of paint left. So technically, as long as it's not dried, I can take a piece of paper, put it down, and try to pull as much of that excess as possible so I have a pretty pristine outline of my plants. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that pulled quite a bit of that up. And they're going to show through if you have text. Where'd that paper go? That I had earlier. So whatever you put behind it is going to show through, which is kind of cool in itself. But now we're going to carefully pull our plants up. These are really delicate. I don't know how well I could reuse these. But because when you let these sealing in, and it preserves them to reuse them, if that makes any sense. I think we're kind of done with these, and we're going to go on to some stencils next, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. They're so stinking cute. So once you've done this portion of it, you want to let this dry, okay? See how we have... Hi, Mal. How are you, love? See how we have the imprint? You have all the veining in the leaves. I mean, it's really, really detailed there. Very awesome. So we're going to let that dry a little bit before we try to pull that. Are you working, Mom? You don't start your new job till the 19th, isn't it? We'll be fine. It's a whole situation. So we have that yellow, the blue, and the brown. I really liked that. You're good. Going to sell ribbon tonight in a bit. Have to do day training for new job the next 3 days. So going to sell tonight. Awesome. How soon are you going on, babe? Because I'm having wicked internet issues. We're going to finish this up, and I want to do some with a stencil to show you that you don't have to play in plants if you don't want to. You can use actual stencils. You can use different household items. So let's test and see if we're dry. I think we're dry enough. Let's color-wise. This might work. Let's see. If I have enough left in here, we should be good. Okay. And like before, we don't want too much color on here, because we learned our lesson and got too much color the last time, right? Okay. Thanks, Mom. So I used a Naples yellow, a green gray, and a light blue violet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with the yellow again. I'm going to get it good and spread out. I'm going to come down a little bit further with it before I pull that blue in. Yeah, that looks much better. And then we're going to go down into this green and mix that in. Yes. And then we're going to take our paper. We're going to lay it down. I'm burnishing with my hand to try to get as much of that paint up as possible. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining. We are just finishing up some a demo here on gel printing because I love being able to create my own papers. So you get this all down. Again, it's cool. I could let this dry on here and then pull it. Again, no patience, my friends. We should be good. Yeah, that one was good. Just to end the day with success. So there. We have the image of our plants and then all the variegated all the way down. I mean, look at how pretty this is. This would make an amazing journal page. Thank you. That one turned out good. Naomi, thank you so much for your purchase. So it gives you, that's pretty awesome. I like that one a lot. Okay. So we'll go back to the one we did before. We had too much blue paint, so it's all just kind of smeared there. You can see here and down here, but in the center, we had too much blue paint. We had so much blue paint that it pulled up on the next one, but it looks good. So we're going to stick with that one. All right, let's get some of these pages out of our way. And I want to show you working with stencils. It's the same concept, okay? Instead of using the plants, you use your stencils. And let me show you. We're going to start out with a white. Come on. What is on here besides a hot mess? Okay. So we're going to start out with a white. We're going to spread that all over. I'm just rolling, picking up. It's a lightly go both directions. Get your paint good and spread out. And one of the things that I like to start with is my carpet backing because it acts as grid paper. So I want the grid on top. So I have it for journaling, right? So I'm just going to lay this down on here. So what this is going to do is create a grid pattern. Get rid of this white. For me to play with in my journal. I love journaling. I have this it's an art book and I get so much heat for that, but I'm laying this down and I'm just pushing in to get this pattern place. but I want to get a really good impression of this whole thing down here. And this is really sticky because it's carpet backing and, it's going to stick to everything. What a pain. So see how I have those little grids? Why didn't my paper stick to this? Oh, that was a disaster. Look, guys. I don't know what just happened, but it ate it. And it ripped my paper. And that's going to be a project for later. Okay, that was a bad idea. So we have the grid pattern. We want this to dry a little bit. I'm waiting. Everybody in this room is getting ready to fall over. Okay, guys, spew warning. Don't take a drink. Ready? Are we all ready? Are you ready for it? I don't want to get anybody. Na 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 na. Shh. That's what was on my desk. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not even done, my friends. Pink paint. We're gonna lay down some flowers. We're gonna pull some of that up. I mean, it happens every once in a while. I did use a glue stick for something the other day, not gonna lie. It was actually kind of funny. I grabbed a glue stick to put something together, and I was like, oh, cool. Because somebody recommended that I try these particular ones. And so I did. I got it. I tried it. And I went to grab it to show you guys. And it fell apart. I was like, never mind. It was a moment. Had a moment in time. Fell apart. Legit fell apart. No, but here's the funny part, guys. I really do have glue sticks. I have been known to use them on occasion. But it became a fun thing between Jane and I. Because I was giving her, she was over at my house one day and I was giving her crap. And so it just kind of became a funny joke between us. Well, everybody on Whatnot took off with the joke. And now I almost feel guilty if I grab a glue stick. But I will refer back to, they don't work. They have their place. They do. Just not in my art journals because stuff falls apart. Not in my junk journals because stuff falls apart. They're good for sticking down collage. If you're, oh my god, I just got paint all over my face. If you're gonna put matte medium over it to actually seal it in, they're good for positioning stuff. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's god awful pink. That, my friends, is bright pink. I thought I had a heart stencil over here somewhere. I do. Look, we're going to do some hearts. And running out of space. Let's pull some hearts with this. I want to pull some of this paint through this stencil. Why am I doing this? Because I'm doing a Valentine's journal and I need hearts. Just saying. Okay, so we got that side. And then we're going to go straight over and do the other side. Don't touch my paper over there. So what I'm creating here is a layered background with various colors and various shades of pink, right? So we're going to pull this. So what's going to happen, there I got my hearts. My grungy hearts. I got grungy hearts. So once this dries, I'm going to put a layer down, and then I'm going to pull it. Oh, let's get this pink off of my brayer first. This may or may not work, you guys. Like, this is total experiment 101. Total experiment 101. Dry. Okay, patients are done. We're going to do this. Thanks, Heidi. It's very pink. Hugely not a pink fan. But here we are. So you guys are going, oh my god, you just killed the pink. Why did you kill the pink? I didn't, because if you remember, as our colors are laid down, the most prominent color is first. And when you put color over the top of it, all it does is gives you a space to pull. It fills in, and that very last layer actually yes, Ames. We all knew I was off the rails when I grabbed the pink. I was. But if this does what I think it's going to do, I think it will explain to you the beauty of playing with the gel plate. Hi, Shiloh. Welcome to the madness. Tam's playing with pink. Oh, I do have a fever. Oh, man. Hi, love. How are you? Oh, that is like the grungiest pink I've ever seen in my life. Maybe I should have let it dry a little bit more. I should have let it dry a little bit more. But, I mean, I like it. It's not terrible. It didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, but it's not terrible. Damn it, now I gotta play with pink again because I need to make this work in my head. Oh, great. I love you for that question. Oh, that was funny shit. I did actually. The fever's getting to my brain, guys. I don't even know what to tell you. The fever is burning. The fever's burning my brain cells. The situation. Okay, so we want the hearts prominent this time, right? Yes, we want the hearts prominent. Hearts. My butt should be resting. If I'm doing pink gel prints, you're right. I should not be doing this. Bam. Very much so. Agree. But here we are. So, playing with the friends. It's upside down. Mouse. Okay. So we have some light pink hearts. We're going to go with this. No. Tell me to stop. That's what I did last time. I didn't let it dry. Rob's calling me. Guys, I can't even ask for coffee. It sucks. It's a whole situation. I mean, I was going to be playing in my art room anyway. I had a show scheduled. I didn't want to reschedule it because I've been rescheduling so many shows trying to get my schedule together. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be doing this anyway. I might as well just come in here, do some gel. The funniest part about this, the whole thing that I was planning to do, I haven't even done yet. Haven't even done it. Because I got sidetracked. I shouldn't say I haven't done it. I demoed how to make envelopes. I made some envelopes. Oh, no, ma'am. Do you have a respirator? Saying. Put on the respirator. This is how I end up with random pink pages. Right there. Just an inhaler. Do you have an N95 mask? Was that a no to the N95? You couldn't breathe? So you don't want me to send one to you? Okay, we gotta wait. We're gonna pull this one, right or wrong. This is gonna be our last one, my friends. This is it. It's either gonna work or it's not. Not worth it. Just wait till you're better. Okay. Should always have one on hand, my friend. So tomorrow we're going to do beads and findings. Friday or Thursday, I have Lilac Bloom's birthday party. Her birthday celebration. I think it's like a 10 or 15-minute show. So I'll be on for that on Thursday. Friday is Winter Handmade Market, and I will be in the bead room for that, selling some handmade jewelry, showing off some of my beadwork, all the things that I do in the bead room. And then Saturday, if Rob is better, we'll be doing our live crafty thrifting. So I would appreciate it if you would bookmark all those shows. Come hang out with me for a little bit and learn a thing or two. Get some fun things. I have lots of fun artsy supplies. I got a lot of new ribbons and fabrics that I am excited to share with you. So I look forward to doing a textile show. Hoping it will be next week. We'll see what happens. So, yes, Ames, search for upcoming trains. We have Atelier Artisan Demo Train. We have Artisan Alley. And then the Artisan Creative Train, these signups are going to be going out tonight and tomorrow. So if you would like to get on the Artisan Creative Train, I will say that when I release it, it generally fills up within a couple of hours. So kind of a speak now, forever hold your peace. The next thing I need to is we are doing the artist trading card swap. We're going to do 9 cards, 2 sets of 9. It is going to be another artist's choice because we all had fun with that. If artist choice freaks you out, message me and I'll give you a theme. But they are due to me January 30th. So those are all the things that we have upcoming. Man, that is what I envisioned. So happy. 20th for Ames. You might as well do 2, Katie. You got time? That's what I wanted. Due on your birthday. Yes. Yes, it is. So we have the flowers, we have the hearts, this is what I was trying to get to. And this is going to be awesome in a Valentine's journal. Katie, just do 2. That way you don't have to miss out on getting people's cards. It just makes it easier. Because realistically, if you send me 9 cards, you make 10 out of 1 sheet of cardstock or watercolor paper or whatever it is you're using. And you keep 1 for yourself. You send me 9 and you get 9 amazing. But it is, Judy, look, it's pink. It really is a baby pink. This back here turned like a purpley pink, but it was already quinacridone blending with the black kind of becomes, but yeah, that was good. It was good. It looks more purple. I know it does. But I mean, it was straight up. We are, Katie. I've gathered all the things for the kits, And I am hoping to have the kits available by this weekend. Shh, Ames, stop tattling on me. Turquoise accidents. Do you see the square on the bottom? Oh, do you want me to tell? Ames, why are you telling on me? Look, so on the Liquitex, down at the bottom, there's this little square. And it tells you how translucent it is. So this one is a very opaque color because it's solid. So it's going to be light pink. But when I used the quinacridone magenta, it's semi-transparent, so it allowed that black to come through, which is what created our purpley look. I cheated. Helping them know. I know, babes. I was going to put Cad Red on top of it, but I forgot. So here we are. It's a whole situation. I have big ol' hunks coming off my gel plate. You don't want to use a sharp tool to get these off. When you get this huge buildup, you want to let them come off naturally, and because otherwise you can gouge your plate. And once you gouge it, it's ruined. You forever have holes in it. So there's that. Does anybody have any requests? Did Molly go live? Do we know? Molly was going to go live. I don't know why this is so satisfying peeling this off right now because I never clean this. Let's see. I'm going to rest. I am going to go make me some soup. Thanks, Ames. I'm going to go make me some soup. And I am going to curl up with a good book. And I have your green ones. Oh, crap, Katie, I forgot to put your green socks in there. Don't let me forget. I have green socks for you. She is live. Perfect. Y'all, this demo is over on YouTube. If you need to reference it, my YouTube channel is Tam's Creative Journey, all one word. Many of our demos are over there. If you are watching from YouTube, thank you so very much for watching. If you would like to join us on Whatnot, you can scan the QR code and come hang out with us and see the chat that goes on over here. Please join me tomorrow in the bead room and all the shows that I have coming up. If you have requests for things that you would like to learn, you would like for me to demo, please let me know. At the beginning of the video, we learned how to make envelopes out of gel prints in different sizes, different colors, and that was kind of the purpose today, was to get some envelopes made for giveaways. So if you would like to see this portion of it and you missed it, it is over on the YouTube channel. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with us. I appreciate all of you. It makes me feel so much better when I can chat with my friends. All right, we're going to go see Miss Molly. Put some purple hearts and blue butterflies in the chat when we get there. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a blessed rest of your night. Bye.